We wanted to announce a proposal from our side. We understand that the tax bill from the tax committee in the Senate has been released this morning, and we think it is incomplete. We think that there are a lot of surplus dollars being projected to be collected that we don't need to keep. And so rather than retain those monies to the state of Minnesota, build our reserves, or spend it in other ways, what we are suggesting is we need to put Minnesota families first, not state government, and not collect that money. Make sure that money goes back to the pockets of the people of the state of Minnesota. So what we're proposing is a half-cent, permanent half-cent sales tax reduction, which would be about a $362 million proposal. We are also proposing a $200 million transportation package that funds roads and bridges, not rail. Part of it is the efficiencies that were projected by MnDOT the last time we passed the gas tax, but there are also other provisions to relieve the sales tax obligations from MnDOT. It's a total of slightly over $200 million of funding. We want to have the full retroactive repeal of the business-to-business taxes. We want to encourage or eliminate the marriage penalty, the adoption tax, the conformity issues with the federal tax code. And we also want to undo the gift tax and the estate tax, and we are planning to continue to support the 5% campaign. But what this bill, what our proposal really is about, is making the point that in addition to all the taxes that were passed last year by the Democrats and all the spending, 10% growth in spending, and now this year, the second half of the session, they're proposing, well, let's not collect as much in taxes. But we have a huge surplus that is there on top of all this that we are saying should not be collected. And we need to give back to the people of the state the authority to spend their own money. That's a better use of these funds rather than for us to keep them, put them away in an account to spend later. We don't need to do that. And so this is the reason why we think a sales tax is a good idea. It affects everybody in the state. Every person who shops at Target or Best Buy or any other place is going to be affected by this. And it is a significant reduction in cost and expense to people. And we think it makes a lot of sense. So
needed to raise taxes to the extent that it did in 2013 and has, as a result, overtaxed Minnesotans. And the surplus is really as a result of the fiscal discipline of the budgets that were adopted for 2011 and 12. We're just now starting to see the good consequences that have come from that fiscal discipline. In 2013, Democrats here at the state capitol engaged in this overtaxation plan of $2.1 billion. Now there's a surplus, and the Democrats want to spend approximately $433 million in tax relief. And our message is, where's the rest? That's Minnesotans' hard-earned income, and they should be keeping it because they will invest it more wisely, and when they are the better stewards of their funds rather than government. What the Senate tax bill has proposed really is for the Senate and government to decide how to spend their money instead of allowing families to spend their money. The proposal for the Senate Republican Caucus really encourages families to maintain more of their income and make their best investment choices, and also sets some very important priorities. For instance, the 5% campaign will be fully funded, making sure that roads and bridges are fully funded, and giving people a choice to save or spend their income by paying a lower sales tax. The reduction in the sales tax will make the state more competitive when it comes to comparisons with other states in the region. We have a very high sales tax rate when it's compared to neighboring states, South Dakota and North Dakota. Ours is 6.875. This would be a 0.5% reduction. And I think that's the kind of tax relief that Minnesotans are looking for in this climate of DFL overtaxation.
I'm certainly very supportive of this Family First tax bill. And the transportation part of it is very, very important for rural Minnesota. We have a lot of issues, and this certainly is going to help getting our products to and from the marketplace, and also this is going to help move people to and from their jobs in a much safer and more efficient, faster way. So I feel very fortunate that we were able to get that as part of our process, and support very highly. The other part I'd like to talk a minute about is the 5% campaign. The 5% campaign is something that we've worked on very hard, and I'm glad to see it's getting closer to fruition, but it's very important that we do get the 5% campaign taken care of. It's very important for rural Minnesota as far as also Metro. So thank you very much.